So the reconditioned rear is back in the car with the upgraded 1-inch sway bar. So let me show you how this journey took place. So I got my 10 bolt back from being rebuilt. Got the 342 GM gears, the 8.6, and a Yukon posi unit. But there was some miscommunication by me and the rebuilder here. I thought I was getting a paint ready housing, which it's not, or which we had miscommunication of what paint ready is. So I do have polished axles on the end there, new bearings throughout, pinion seal. So I'm not gonna blast this. So I'm gonna go plan B, clean it up, and Rust Encapsulator Plus, and then 2K chassis black. There's no heavy pitted rust. It's just some minor surface and scale. So a wire brush and our conical drill brushes worked great to remove everything. Those rosette welds were traditionally filled with lead. Well, that's gone. And sometimes what happens is they actually weep gear oil out of there. So I'm just gonna finish the weld. This is my new favorite booth. I simply erect it, and then I have plastic cut that all my walls just clip onto the side there. Plastic on the floor, and it captures pretty much everything from the overspray. After spraying it down with pre and blowing off with compressed air, I'm going to put 2 coats of Rust Encapsulator Plus aerosol and then 2 coats of gloss chassis black. Not a sales pitch here, but reality. Rust Encapsulator Plus is probably one of the best products that we've come up with in a long time. Formulated in the lab, this is designed to stick and glue right onto any of the surface rust. You can top coat after 4 hours of a cure, before 24, and it sticks to it like glue. This stuff after 3 days will harden up like a rock. Now, still flexible. Think I-beam. You can't dig your fingernail into it, but it'll still sway with the bridge if it needs to. That's how tough this stuff is. So after my 4-hour cure, I'm going to do 1 tack coat of 2K gloss chassis black, followed up by 2 wet coats. I powder coated the rear diff cover, but before I put that on, just put posi additive and some of the gear lube in it now, make it a little easier. Just going to go ahead and burn off some of the lint from my rags before I go ahead and do my final wipe down with a tack rag and paint. Going to apply our epoxy primer to the pieces and then go ahead with spray gray as our top coat. Our 2K epoxy lays down real nice if you do wet coats. Don't do a tack coat. Like you see here, just do full wet coat. I let that flash for about 15 minutes and then did 1 more. I also do just 1 coat on hardware. It goes on thin enough that it doesn't affect the threads while it still gives corrosion protection and accept top coats real nice. Wanted to get the rear into the car today. Didn't want to scratch anything, and seems like no one else wanted to come over and help me either. So I had to get a little creative here with some ratchet straps, and it took me probably about 20 minutes to get it up in, but it worked out real nice. Factory manual says an 80 Firebird is a 108.2 inch wheelbase. So that's what I made sure the rear was centered to. Alright, so before you start typing, no, I didn't invest in a Ford 9-inch rear. No, I didn't convert to a 4-link for $3 grand. No, I didn't convert to disc brakes. The reason here is I entered into a legal contract back in '95 that I must pay a % of earnings to each year. So this is a budget build that I have that I've got going on right now. I don't know how long the contract is good for. It just says marriage certificate at the top of it. Have fun.